When I heard about the live show, I was like, I'm gonna get in on that somehow. And I'd read the part of Tutu, which I really wanted to be. I wanted to be that crazy grandma character. But they're like, okay, Tia, calm down.
Love is the thing that gets the stitch in us to
Calm down.
I mean, out of you two, who would be that person?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a daredevil. During the movie, I'm like jumping out of helicopters. I'm going scuba diving with like sharks.
This movie is absolutely incredible. I think everyone needs tissues when they go.
100%.
We were crying next to each other.
We were both
and
trying, I think, to hide the fact that we were crying from each other.
That's the journey of life. We all start out Stitch, and we have to decide at a certain point whether we want to come into this society of helpfulness.
We're noticing the fashion.
Thank you. Noticing fashion.
Same.
Congratulations. I know, you guys both look amazing too.
I'm barefoot.
What about your shoes?
It's everything.
It's everything.
How comfortable would you be going barefoot in a situation like this?
Oh,
This
I
is
would
so
be cool.
local Hawaii.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
always
Be
like
cool.
barefoot.
But and plus, you don't see the feet, so it's all good.
I know,
It's all good.
I
sorry.
could take
my
my
No,
shoes off.
keep it off. It's
Perfect.
get
They see yours,
comfortable.
keep your shoes on.
Keep the shoes. Keep my shoes.
We can see your feet.
Yeah, I've seen
anyway.
you, so
Yeah.
I
You can see
know
my
what that
job.
meant. Keep your shoes on. We can see your feet.
I'll keep my shoes on. This movie is absolutely incredible. I think everyone needs tissues when they go. We were
100%.
crying next
There
to
was-
each other.
We were both
and
trying, I think, to hide the
Yeah.
fact that we were crying from each other until after we walked out and we were like, so, yes, tears, the entire, just beautiful.
yeah,
So heartwarming.
I think just being parents, you really do feel it. You
That's
really do.
amazing. Yeah, we've heard that from people that we touch their heart, and that's everything. That's the whole point of it, you know.
Yeah.
It's done right, so congratulations.
That's the
it's
main
so
thing.
well done.
It's done right.
It's done
It's
right.
done right.
You hit the right marks on the emotions, and it's felt. And I can't wait to take my kids to watch this.
Yes.
So with Click and Tell, what we do is we pull photos from the movie and as well as your life, and we love to talk to the stories
Uh-oh.
of it. And the first one's an easy one, but it's really a photo of just Stitch and what he represents. When you look at him, you know, he's chaos. but
what's
He's like a puppy.
he's a puppy.
Yeah, but what does
That's the
Stitch-
puppy one.
What does Stitch represent to you guys?
Stitch represents the messy, out of control parts
Yeah.
that you have to love.
It represents us when we were 3 and 4, and when sharing is caring, and but then we don't want to share. we hear that sharing is caring, but we're like, no,
Right. Yeah.
no. I want what I want. I want
I'm getting
it
the
now.
message, but I'm not getting the
I
message.
don't get the message.
Yeah.
We
I hear
we all have a Stitch in our lives.
Absolutely.
We always have that
Yeah.
friend who causes the trouble, but
And we
you
are
adore
Stitch.
the
We have a
We are Stitch.
that Stitch is in all of us at times when we just, I know that you said no, but I want it.
Tantrum.
And what are we going to do? How do we deal with the Stitch in us and with in other people? And that's, I think, what the universalness of our film is, that that love is the thing that gets the Stitch in us to
Calm down.
Yeah, that's well said.
How do you accept and love and even appreciate the part of you that's the Stitch part of you?
Yep.
That's a question.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Yep. No.
Yes, but also how,
How
right?
do you do it? That is. I mean, how does he do it? And what happens to him with the Stitch in the Stitchverse? He recognizes that there's something greater than himself.
Lilo's love. Lilo's love is what heals all, brings everyone together, makes the crazy Stitch the lovable Stitch.
And he has to sacrifice a little bit of what he needs.
Yeah.
And he so we're not going to spoil anything, but that's the journey of life. We all start out Stitch, and we have to decide at a certain point whether we want to come into this society of helpfulness.
Being part of the community, becoming part of the ohana, and it's really love heals all, and family is where you find it, whether you were born into it or whether you find it somewhere out there in the universe,
Yeah. He's also very mischievous, causes trouble. I mean, out of you two, who would be that person?
I'm a little bit of a daredevil. I'm like, during the movie, I'm like jumping out of helicopters. I'm going scuba diving with like sharks. I was like, did you check with the production on this?
Do you do roller coasters?
I love roller coasters.
Yeah.
I hold everyone's bags
Wait.
at the base of the roller
You
coaster.
hold Angela's bag while she goes on the
I
roller
hold my
coaster.
children's and every other children's friends. Give me your bag. Dad, here you go. No. Give me your bag. Thank you so much. Have fun. I'll be right here.
Love that. And with your characters too. I mean, Cobra. There's a different storyline to this, and you come in as a CIA, and then
Oh, God. What a horrible picture of me.
great
What a
photo.
horrible picture. Where did you get that? That's a screenshot. I did not approve that picture. I know which pictures I approved, and that was not approved.
That is
That
hysterical.
is not approved.
It's a lovely
It's a
picture.
That's a
I think.
screen grab from the
could have,
movie.
you could
It's
have left
terrible.
that and just said and Cobra Bubbles. We could have kept going. You didn't have to turn it around. But since you did, what's the question?
You look amazing. You look
Yeah.
beautiful.
Cobra Bubbles. That's the
Cobra
question.
Bubbles, yeah.
But
But
your
not a picture.
characters, you come in as CIA. You're new to the character's new to the storyline, and I was surprised. First of all, the social worker being actually nice and actually caring.
Yeah.
Well, I could have been just, the one that could be tearing the family apart and taking
Yeah.
Lilo away. Social services is going to take you away, Lilo. But my backstory, and I discussed it with Dean Fleischer Camp, our director. I said, I imagine that she came up through the system. Perhaps she was a foster child, and and I know what the other side is, that if you do the right things, if you work really hard, you can come out the other end and have a beautiful life. So I feel like on that level, I'm telling Nani that. Oh my gosh. I just finished a job in Manila, and I'm still I got in last night. I'm sorry. I'm so confused right now. But yeah, that's why I was advocating for Nani, because I have that feeling that I've gone through the same things that she has.
And Cobra Bubbles is the CIA agent. He knows all the things that people aren't supposed to know. How good are you with keeping secrets?
I'm good. I'm good.
We should ask Angela.
Well, yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
So we always say, our son can't hold water, but some people, really have an affinity. I mean, that's not so much lying; it's just keeping a secret for to reveal later. That's
Okay.
the difference.
You have all the
We're-
Mission Impossible secrets, I'm sure.
I do have a few.
I bet you read the script and you didn't tell anybody what was
I
going
did
on.
not.
Ah, see?
I
Good
not.
secret
I
keeper.
know
Courtney's
nothing.
good with
Mr. Tom doesn't let anyone see that, so I did not. So, but I know a few. That, but we're talking about Lilo. We're talking about Lilo.
His mouth closed. He's like, I'm not going to
Go on.
I don't
We
reveal
wanna hear.
secrets, but
I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. It's a Stitch and Impossible weekend. We're
It is
talking
Stitch
about
and
both
Impossible.
and all,
It is,
because
it
these
is.
movies are going to sweep, and it's going to be
I feel you're
billions
more
of
of the
dollars.
Stitch in the situation here.
so?
Yes,
You
I'm calling you on this.
We're a good team.
We're all Stitch. We
Okay.
all carry Stitch with us.
Stitchables.
I love it.
Tia, you've had this Lilo and Stitch in your life for a long time now.
23 years.
When you think about
Here we
what
go.
the impact was, there you go. When you think about what the impact was on, children of this generation that are now grown up
Yes.
and are excited to bring their kids to this one, what crosses your mind when you think about that concept?
I love back in the day when people said, I love that you're the thick brown Disney princess.
Yeah.
She's solid. She's like short, cut off shorts and, thighs and legs, and she's athletic. And then so now to see those girls grown up and to know that they have a place at the table, that they can be in movies and television and see themselves represented, I think it started back then, the very beginning when you didn't see people like us on TV and film. So you've come a long way, baby. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I love
that.
having been invited and been on the forefront of that movement. It's been a movement and a lot of work and building
And
to
it
this point.
continues.
Yeah. What was your thoughts when you heard about the live animation happening?
When I heard about the live show, I was like, I'm going to get in on that somehow. And I had read the part of Tutu, which I really wanted to be. I wanted to be that crazy grandma character. But they're like, okay, Tia, calm down.
Calm
Not yet, not yet. All right, fine. I'll let Amy Hill drive the ATV.
Yeah.
But I love that they had a Mrs. K. Cole role, because I'm more in a mentoring role in my life as a woman, and having somebody that's almost 21. My kid's almost 21 this year, turning 20. So it's I'm not that crazy kid. I'm sort of, hey, take it easy. You're gonna burn yourself out. This is what you need to do. Focus on these things, and you'll have a successful life. So it's a great mirror for my life right now.
And that actually takes us into our next photo because it was. It's
this
actually
is a
perfect.
Is it approved?
It's legitimately
it's
perfect
beautiful.
for
Oh my
the
gosh!
whole situation.
Oh, that's me in the stand-up paddle.
Yeah.
But she looks
Yeah.
like she could be a little Lilo.
Oh my goodness!
That photo was so perfect. We're like, I love that photo.
Yeah.
It says a
Who is
lot.
that little one?
That's my baby.
That's your
Yeah, that's my
baby.
baby. Yeah, I was like, here, get on the board. Let's go. We're going paddling. Yeah, and that was actually Brian Keolana, who was our waterman, teaching Nani and Lilo, the surfing, tandem surfing, and taught Nani how to go running underneath the ocean with the rock and all that stuff for the lifeguard training. Brian Keolana, that was his stand-up paddleboard company, and I was taking out one of the first prototypes. Yeah.
You
So
said
it's
your
like
daughter's 20 now, 2021?
Yes, my child's 20.
20. So she's in college now. She's moved out. She's
No, working full time and supposed to be in college, but it's like 3 weeks into it. I think we're taking a pause.
Stitch.
So it's a
Stitchable moment.
yeah. And your kids are off to
They're rising sophomores. They
sophomores.
just finished their freshman year.
Yeah, so like my kid's 19 and I'm going through the process of the emotions because graduation's next week.
Oh
and
wow!
I know I'm gonna cry just thinking about it right now. Courtney, don't look at me like that, man. But that feeling of her leaving is just, and I think that's what makes it so more emotional watching this and seeing that photo of you with your daughter. Just kind of hits hard how time is, everything goes so fast.
Yeah.
She wants a
It's a
mini.
blink of an eye.
Yeah, I was gonna say she wants a mini.
How are you
therapy
guys
session every
handling
time.
it? Should we like hold hands? Like I don't even know.
We spent so much time getting them there. I think once they got there, we were, whew. And because we knew they were where they needed to be, we could be at peace. Because if they were very, very unhappy there, we'd be in trouble, and we'd be so we came home. I remember my wife called me into the room, to their bedroom. She said, Courtney, come here. She grabbed my hand, and we went into the bedrooms one at a time, and she went in there, and she looked around. We stood there. The next one, she stood there, and she...
End of an
Okay,
era.
I'm good. She said, I'm good. And we walked out, and that was it. So, it was, end of an era.
Yeah, just to recognize that moment
Right.
and to just savor it and to
Right.
know this is another place that we're moving to. And
But it wasn't like, I wish I had that. We've done it.
you've done the
gave
work.
them-
You've done the work.
It's theirs now. Now we'll be there in an advisory role. We're consultants now.
I just want to move in with her and go with her and pack my bags and just be there all
Like
the time.
Melissa McCarthy in that movie where she went to college with her daughter.
Look,
That's a
look,
bad
look,
idea.
don't do that.
Ill-advised.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. She won't appreciate
No,
it.
don't do that.
Okay, and also in this film, the definition of family, everyone comes together to make sure they do have this foundation, and that's powerful. So how do you define family in your own terms?
It's who loves you and supports you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've continued. When I went to college, my mom and dad weren't there, so I learned to begin to cultivate father and mother and brother figures. And I think that's what we have. That's the village.
Yeah.
That's what we, as young people, and we encourage them. We've always have been, because we can't be there all the time. So if they find a father or a brother or a sister figure, mother figure, and as long as they're not crazy. Are you crazy? You're not crazy. Are you? Okay. We encourage them to be there for them, and then when we all come together, we all are. We're confident in our roles, but I think that's where it's the village. When we had their graduation party, there was 80 people that were the village that raised these young people.
Yeah.
It wasn't just us.
In Hawaii,
village.
there's a thing of Hanai family.
There it is.
So Hanai is like it's sort of an adoptive aunt, uncle, mentor, it's like my brother, my sister, my cousin. You're like, oh, is it really? Your family's that big? No, it's your Hanai family. And so that's creating your community of the people that look out for you, have your back, and celebrate you.
Our children were like, Dad, Mom, are these our real
Is that your real auntie? Was
These
that
are
your
real
brother?
uncle.
Is your
Who are
sister?
Who
No.
are these people?
Yeah.
No, so it's our village.
And that brings it back to the theme of the whole movie, of Lilo
Yeah.
Stitch, finding that family.
Yeah.
Where you find it,
where
yeah.
you find it.
There's so
Yeah.
much more we want to talk about, but there's a moment
Yes.
in the hammock.
The final thing we want
Oh
to discuss.
yes,
And-
that's special to me.
Oh,
That
that's
is my
nice.
legacy from the first film. That Dean DeBlois and Chris Sanders said, "How would you say goodbye to your sister? Like, is there a Hawaiian phrase or whatever?" I said, "There's a beautiful song of love and farewell written by Queen Liliuokalani, our last reigning queen in Hawaii, and it's called Aloha Oi." And I sang it for them, and the lyrics are so perfect and beautiful, and they put it in the hammock scene, and now that they've kept it in this, and that I get to sing it, with Nani at lunchtime, Sydney and I were singing it. I think it's in one of our press EPK things. We were just practicing the song together and harmonizing just for fun, the way my grandmother and I used to, when she would play ukulele, and it's just like gives me chicken skin, as they say in Hawaii.
We just get to hear from you
Oh.
now and
Oh, it's
learn
just it's
the
like-
actions.
Aloha oi, aloha oi, e ke ona noho I ka lipo, one fond embrace, ahoy-yo, until we meet again. Basically. I shortened it.
And until we meet again.
Until we meet
What a
again.
perfect way to cap it off. Thank you so much.
You guys
both
are
of
amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so lovely. And again, congratulations on this and the legacy that this movie is for you as well.
Yes, I'm so happy to be a part
You
of
all
it
are
still.
good. You all are good. 15, 20 minutes, whatever.